In a building that was once home to the downtown YMCA, 21C Museum and Hotel operates from a deep belief in building up St. Louis and its residents. From hosting community conversations to investing in local businesses, it couldn't have chosen a more symbolic place to establish itself as a champion for the city.
We're the only hotel, I would say, in St. Louis that has a focus on making community and social impact as a part of its core, business strategy, using the infrastructure and the talent of a property to make a difference in the community that we're sat in.
Some of the most memorable features of the former Y were incorporated into the total overhaul that resulted in a 173-room hotel, including two-story suites built on the old racquetball courts. The Locust Street Athletic Club, which features the original pool built in 1926, and an expansive contemporary art museum that takes up an entire floor of the building, including the old basketball gym with running track.
The entire idea of the adaptive reuse and being able to keep this building going and in all of its beauty and glory, right? It would be a crime and a shame, I would say, if this was demolished or it was just another empty lot, right? We got enough of those in St. Louis.
The entire property makes an effort to focus on St. Louis vendors, from hotel furnishings to food and coffee for the restaurant and cafe.
This project is a statement in a downtown market where, there may be hesitation to go in and make an investment of this magnitude, looking at it as a long play and hoping it does serve as a catalyst. We get excited when we hear other developments that are happening in the area. Then we can create density, we can create traffic. Downtown needs to become one of those neighborhoods that people want to go hang out again.
But for businesses like 21C that are taking a significant risk by investing in a part of the city that still can feel pretty deserted on non-game days, it's important that St. Louisans are also doing their part to create a welcoming, busy vibe in a long-neglected downtown.
When I was a police officer, the part that I hated the most was that when people would say everything that's wrong about an area, but you're doing nothing to make a change in that community.
Chris Randall, 21C's Director of Community Impact, is coming from a place of experience. After serving as a United States Marine and then as a St. Louis police officer, Randall went on to use the leadership skills he had learned to make a positive impact on his community. From empowering veterans at the Mission Continues to becoming Executive Director of Gentlemen of Vision, a youth mentorship organization, Chris knows firsthand that for any kind of change to happen, people have to show up.
We want more business downtown, come and eat downtown. If you want more safety, let's bring some more people. Where people are is where the money is. And so you have to infuse yourself into the area.
The Art Museum at 21C makes the property an attraction for locals as well as for the guests at the hotel. Incredible installations can be found throughout the 10-story building, from a massive water-filled sphere in the lobby to bespoke wallpaper that turns a staircase into an enchanted garden, and the wood-paneled billiards room that showcases the work of 2 local artists every 6 months. The museum is free and open to the public 24 hours a day, making art accessible to all on both a practical and emotional level.
At 21C, we believe that contemporary art has the ability to bring together communities, but then also to present new and different ideas from around the globe or from a completely different culture or perspective that are sometimes a little bit challenging.
It's like we encourage people to walk around, just kind of go throughout our spaces and follow the art and just kind of go to where your eyes and your heart take you and experience it in your own way.
That's just the spirit that's in 21C, is to make sure that people are inside of our spaces and are feeling welcome. Not only are you welcome, but you're a part of the mission here.
That mission goes beyond trying to build up downtown. It strives to connect St. Louisans around important issues. Once a month, 21C partners with Behavioral Health Response to host The Journey, a free series of mental health discussions that give people a safe place to share and learn helpful ways of navigating various challenges.
So we're just taking that entire concept of being accessible and really going into partnership with organizations that are making that difference in St. Louis and saying, hey, let's be intentional and let's create opportunities that's going to make St. Louis better.
Hello, everybody. I'm Sara Banura. I am the head of research and storytelling for Food City.
21C's monthly coffee talks are also open to the public and focus on tough problems facing St. Louis. October 2024's event featured Food City, a local organization that works to make sure everyone in the region has equitable access to nutritious, affordable food.
The thing that you're fighting is a long history of unhealthy eating and how it plays out in our culture, from a Black perspective.
We as St. Louisans, we're all in one big relationship. We know the rest of the world has 6 degrees of separation, but St. Louis, there's 2, 3. One of the things that kills relationships, we just allow for all of that angry stuff or all of that miscommunication to kind of lie beneath the surface. It becomes cancerous. So the only way to get to that cancerous tissue is by talking.
There's no grocery stores.
Yeah, no grocery stores. It's easier to open a liquor store in the city than it is to open a grocery store.
Exactly.
That is a fact.
And so we want to be a place where people are having healthy dialogue and talking through issues and being able to reach that out into the greater community. If you haven't realized by now, it's way more than just heads and beds here at 21C St. Louis.
For Living St. Louis, I'm Kara Vanninger.